This week on CBS News Colorado, we want to highlight ways to keep your family, especially children, safe when it comes to toxic cleaning products or unsafe food. Joining us now to talk about avoiding these things, which can make people really sick, is Injury Prevention Coordinator Melanie Wuzzardo. Melanie, thank you so much for being here. I want to talk first about this. Kids age 1 through 19 are the most likely to get into toxic products that can be mistaken for things that are actually used for, like Pine Sol cleaning, Tide Pods, other cleaning products that can sometimes look like juice. So what can parents do to help keep their kids safe?
Yeah, so what we see often in the ER is that parents will use a cup, like a red Solo cup or something else, to transfer a cleaning product into, and then they leave it out. You know, we get distracted. We're bleaching our bathroom because COVID has us bleaching everything, and we'll leave that cup there, and then a kid can't really tell the difference. So they go to take a drink, and unfortunately, they then swallowed bleach, or like you said, apple juice looks a lot like Pine Sol, or vice versa. So.
It is Poison Prevention Awareness Week, and food sickness actually falls into that category too. Food sickness is something that can be prevented, but how?
Yeah, so actually we only see about 3% of poisonings are from food illness. So that's commonly misconception, is that it's not as often that we'll see a food poisoning, but we do want to take our basic precautions, like using gloves before we touch raw meats, checking expiration dates, things like that.
There's a long list of household products that we have talked about, Pine Sol, juices, that are hazardous. Well, juices obviously aren't. But let's talk about the safety that needs to come with these items, like toilet cleaners, insecticide, and paint thinners. How can parents help prevent their kids from getting into these?
So up high and away is going to be best. So the further up you can put something on a shelf is better. And then out of reach of children, out of sight of children even. Same with medications too, putting those high up and away. And then we forget about when people come to our house to visit. So we want to make sure that purses or any kind of bags that are coming into the house, we're hanging up on something up high and away.
How should we react if someone does get sick? Obviously, we're trying to prevent that, but it does happen.
So first and foremost, if someone is in very visible distress, we want to call 911 right away. However, if we suspect that a child or somebody else has ingested something or touched something that they shouldn't, we can call Poison Control. It's a nationwide number, which is 800-222-1222. Poison Control is going to ask questions like, do you know what was ingested? Do you know how much was ingested, or that you came into contact with? And then that can kind of lead us to the next questions that we need to be asking. Another thing that we don't think about is that when somebody swallows something, our first thought is, get it up. So we want to tell somebody to vomit it back up. But we don't want to be doing that unless directed by a medical professional, because throwing something back up can re-damage the esophagus and airway.
Oh, a good tip. Melanie, thank you so much for being here with us. You can revisit these tips. We'll put this interview on our website, cbscolorado.com. Michaelia?